He's 83. This guy uses it. Number one, he uses it.
That is definitely the future console cheating. Good day, guys. It is finally time. This video literally took weeks to put together because of how goddamn secretive and closeted the console cheating community is. I've never had a more difficult time trying to interview.
Like, nigga, you gotta be a lame nigga to still be using a strike pack in 2025. And even then, I only use my shit back on PS4 for the paddles, bro. These niggas are lame.
And getting to
I'm
the
sorry.
bottom of exactly what's going on as I did trying to infiltrate the strike pack and the Kronos community. These guys could be your neighbor, your brother, your best friend, and they would not tell you they're cheating. This video will answer all your questions. The origin of the Zim, Kronos Max, Kronos Zen, and the strike pack. We're going to go through what these devices do, how you can tell if someone is using them, exactly how many people are using these devices in your lobbies, and how good
in 2025
are they really. And lastly, what developers like Apex can do to fix this situation. Before I get into anything though, I want to show you this clip of a multi-Apex predator that was uploaded to Reddit. Absolutely nobody had any idea what the hell was going on in this clip. People range from, oh, maybe he's cheating, or it could be a visual bug, to it being a spectator glitch, and all of those are wrong. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to tell what device this person was using and exactly what cheat he was using. And you'll instantly be smarter and more educated than 99% of Reddit users. So let's start with the cheating device that is even sold in your goddamn Walmart. And
I do not. Oh yeah, they do have
and that is called the strike pack. The company that created the strike pack is called Collective Minds, who also own the Kronos. No surprises there. But what this device is paddles that connect to the back of your controller, sort of like how a Scuff and a Battle Beaver are, except it's literally just the paddles that connect. But this device comes loaded with software for various popular games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Apex, with different scripts preloaded on it that you can select. Now, most cheaters don't really like this device for the simple reason that it has to be updated by Collective Minds themselves. Like when there's an update in a game like Call of Duty or Apex or any game, they like to mess around with recoil profiles and change things around. And because the developers need to write the software for the scripts, if there's changes to the game, they don't get updated, so a lot of the recoil mods aren't up to date. Where else with the Kronos, which is a different device that you actually plug your controller
like
into,
Zen.
the community uploads their own scripts, and you can pay for someone else's scripts or use a
like, bro, the niggas who still use Zens, bro, like if you, I was saying, like, if you're still using a strike pack in 2025, you're cooked, bro. I'm sorry.
Weapon changes or change recoils of a weapon,
you might as well get a Zen, and even then, nigga, your ass, give up gaming,
super
nigga.
Cringe, but the Zen is more popular.
It is cringe,
just
bro.
It keeps more scripts available, and you don't have to wait for the developer to update it. Now, the Zim is a super cringe device. It's not for scripts.
The fuck?
Don't have to wait for the developer to update it. Now, the Zim is a super cringe device. It's not for scripts. It's not for recoil mods. The only thing it's for is plugging your mouse and keyboard in and getting beautiful old aim assist with your whole goddamn arm. So it is very broken and very overpowered in its own way, but it doesn't come preloaded with scripts or community scripts or anything like that. Now, the origin of these devices is not only very interesting, but it will surprise the hell out of you. Now, the Kronos was released in 2013.
Zim, Zim, and a strike pack.
Connect your controller of your choice to any platform you wanted. So if you played on PlayStation, you could use an Xbox controller. You could even use a goddamn Nintendo controller if you wanted to. It just gave you the option to use whatever controller you wanted on the platform of your choice. So it was actually a pretty damn good device, seeing as many people didn't like the proprietary controllers that each platform had. It was actually completely harmless and a positive for the console community. But then around the same time, the market became flooded with things called rapid fire controllers. Back then, a lot of the first-person shooters didn't have fire rate caps on the weapons. You could shoot them as fast as your finger allowed. That's when people realized they could cheat the system by using something like a rapid-fire controller. And Collective Minds, the company, realized just how much money these cheating products were making, so they decided to implement it in their own product. Now, a fun fact about this device, competitive Call of Duty players were forced to use it simply because on the older gen consoles, the Bluetooth was very easy disrupted in a big crowd of people.
Remember that? We had to use the Kronos? Dude, holy
Oh, really?
So at the tournament, they had to play wide, and the only way to do this was with a Kronos. It came with the downside of increased input delay,
Bro, I'm on like 6 ms input delay. Get the
which the pro players absolutely hated, but they were forced to use these devices.
Like at events, you're using a Kronos?
They give you an assigned one, you had to carry it with you.
The pros at the time even had their favorite Kronoses.
People would find a Kronos they thought felt good and be like, I'm keeping this one, and not give it back at the end of the match.
You weren't allowed, I don't even really know what a Kronos is, but it's what people used to like cheat with, right?
Yeah.
Now, the history of the Zim, it came out in 2012 and has always just been used to play mouse and keyboard with aim assist on console. Now, funny thing about this device that a lot of people don't know, somebody by the name of Dr. Lupo was recently exposed for cheating in a chess tournament. Not just any chess tournament.
Nigga, hello?
An absolute scumbag.
I cheated against Wolf.
At first, he lied and said he was just reading his chat to get a little bit of help, but after people proved that was complete bullshit, he came out and said he used an engine to cheat, basically cheat software.
I got caught in a fight or flight moment and panicked.
Something that people with a really good memory
Like, nigga, and he just lied, bro.
would not be surprised about at all, seeing as all the way back in Destiny 1, this guy was using aim assist, mouse and keyboard to bully all those controller players. He streamed doing this live on Twitch.
Bro.
Now, a lot of Destiny is PvE, but he did abuse this in PvP.
Alright, we got one round, you got supers, use them. They're gonna do the same.
And that's where you got to
This nigga's a dickhead. Oh yeah, Dr. Lubo's a dickhead,
Name
bro. I'm
himself, because
sorry.
people
I
thought
thought
he
he
was
was.
actually good. The reality
Yeah, I
is
thought he
never that
was.
good at gaming, and the only reason he ever got famous was because of his
Oh
stone
my
ninja and his
god.
fake nice guy attitude that a lot of these creators have.
God, bro.
Now, the question is, what the hell do these devices do exactly? And to get that answer, I had to do my best and go out there and interview people. Let's start out with the Cronus. I've decided to respect his request for privacy and not leak any of this information, simply because when deep diving these topics in the future, I want people to come forward, seeing as I want the actual facts and reality on what's going on behind closed doors.
The Zen, pretty big advantage on controller though, I would say.
Now, one of the selling points for strikepack and Zen is better aim assist.
Just look at how it's vibrating. Can you see how it's kind of vibrating a little bit, my crosshair? So this is going to make your aim assist, what it does is it auto activates your aim assist at all times, whereas Apex kind of like doesn't always have it active.
Put that on max. It's like obvious.
This is the max.
And that is just insane.
But
So why is that working all the time? Like, you think it only turn on when you shoot? Or is it better just all the time?
So I have it set to only work when I ADS, but you can choose inside the Zen.
Have you seen
It is
anyone in
strong.
game run it that strong?
No, it gives me like a headache. But here, yeah, this is like the sweet spot right here.
So that's a recoil mode on your R3? Or is it just like...
Yeah.
What would you say the percent is of like Apex Predators on console using strikepack, Zen, or Zim?
Pred specifically, I'd say it's upwards of 75%.
You reckon it's that many using Cronus?
It might even be more. Like I'm not even kidding.
But you reckon
Working on it.
75%?
That many niggas are that ass. Type.
Of consoles using... That's fucking insane.
Yeah, like I've been Pred a bunch. This guy uses it. He's 83. This guy uses it. This is a booster guy. Number one. He uses it. The main Cronus Discord server has over 40,000 members in it, which isn't even like the official one. That's just the main like Apex Legends one. I can show you everything if you want.
Yeah.
I can show you everything it can do. Okay, so Velcro Vision right here. That's gonna be like the thing where I ADS and it gives me like that little vibration. So you got the Super Glide, Super Jump, Mantle Jump, B-Hop. Yeah, there's like the movement mods. Auto Swap, which is super strong. It'll automatically armor swap for you in a box. Rapid Fire, and it does come with preloaded anti-recoil settings. Yeah, that's that.
So now you know everything about the Cronus, let's move on to the Zim. You're the first person I spoke to that actually uses Zim.
Yeah, and I play since launch. Nobody knows how to configure Zen, but
So-
it's very OP. The strike pack is not. It's very simple.
Was your setup difficult to set up? Like I seen wires everywhere. Was that difficult or?
It is very difficult.
Yeah. Do you want to go in firing range and just show me what you mean by the better aim assist?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's a
can show you.
like. Do you hear him?
Do you want to go in firing range and just show me what you
He's
mean? by
doing
the-
all of this. He's doing all of this,
Okay.
bro,
Yeah, they
to
do.
not go against his regular comp.
settings. Yeah.
Not
Or maybe niggas are cheating at the highest level, but god
Now,
damn,
aim
bro,
assist, you're not
shit.
touching it.
No. And the.
Just don't play this shit. I'm gonna cheat with you. I'm not finna cheat with niggas, bro.
Oh, not good.
I can definitely tell the difference between how fast your aim can move compared to like a controller. Let's move on to the strikepack. The guy I'm about to play with has reached out to everyone on Reddit and saying anyone want to play ranked. The requirement is you must own a strikepack. I'm guessing this guy is complete and utter garbage. The main reason for cheating is because they're garbage and they want an easy way out.
Literally, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I won with the strikepacker. Does that mean I get banned for playing with a cheater? I'm curious to see how he did in a full-length game. About half my damage, about as much as a random gold player. So it's about gold player skill. So even with a strikeback, it just goes to show that he's still like of gold player skill. So just because you're in
Like what?
the lower ranks doesn't mean you're not versing people with strikebacks. You can be the lowest rank in Apex Legends and be going against people with strikebacks and Cronuses that are using the device to help them with movement and to help them with recoil. Fortunately for all of us, he is on consoles who doesn't have access to wall hacks or aimbot because it would turn a gold player into an Apex Predator. So now for the really, really hard part. How can you tell someone is using these devices? I wish there was a straightforward, easy answer that could pick 100% of people, but I would be lying to you if that was the case. Now, there's obviously a very easy way to tell if they're using this cheat, the extra aim assist, which I'm not entirely convinced worked, but I could be wrong, it could help, and a lot of the players seem to think it does because they all have it on. Another way is simply looking at the player and how good they are. Within 30 seconds, you can tell if someone's good or bad at Apex, just from how they move around the map. If they're kind of bad at the game, and they're absolutely lasering with no reason...
I don't play this garbage ass shit. What can the devs do? Yeah. They're cooked.
Console is very
Oh no,
scary.
honestly don't
And
know
this part
what.
will surprise you. Apex is actually doing a better job than most developers with this
Honestly?
issue. Previously, they were awful. A year ago, Hideouts made a statement saying it was something that was on their radar, but that basically meant it wasn't something they cared about or were working on at the moment. But that has all changed. One of the anti-cheat developers posted this picture on Twitter, which if you don't know is just about every cheating device from console node to man on his desk at the same time. What this guy is doing is actually trying to develop ways to detect these devices through their inputs. Like obviously, if someone's using a script, it's a computer code to go down, left, right, left, something a human can't replicate. So there should be a way to detect these devices, although I understand it would be very difficult. But that by far is the best way of going about it, because the other way of detecting it is something Apex has also done in the last week, and that is detecting the software. And they managed to do this for the Cronus. At one point in time, you couldn't even launch Apex if you had the Cronus detected. But unfortunately, the downside to this method is they can simply do an update to the software and instantly it's mastered again. One day it's a Scum controller, the next it's a Battle Beaver, and Apex can no longer detect it. I think it was only temporarily blocked from Apex for something like under 12 hours before they updated the device, and then you could play Apex again with the Cronus. These companies have masking software software ready to go because it's happened in the past, these companies getting detected, and there's always a quick workaround. But some people on the Cronus Discord apparently got banned, but I think it was only those that used it on PC. And honestly, that wouldn't be many people because these devices are hardware script devices. You don't actually need them on PC. There's many free software that can do the exact same thing. That's why nobody on PC would use it. There's a much stronger cheats than the Cronus. I know this Cronus is cheating, but the reality is aimbot and wall hacks is infinitely stronger than any of these devices will ever be. And I would say that's a good thing about console, but the future there with console is very scary. And I'm about to show you why.
So this is crazy. So like this is about a month old as well, but it's still like.
Oh yeah, you can tell that's hitting 2 people at once, kind of thing. You can tell that's computer. That is definitely the future of console cheat. That sucks because there's nothing PlayStation, Xbox can do about it. I think this whole topic deserves its own video.
Yeah, because he's like soft. He's like that nigga's weird.
How many people are using these devices? Weird. And that's the absolutely horrifying part. It is safe to say that there is hundreds of thousands of these cheating devices in circulation. They are being sold in your local Walmarts. There are thousands of reviews for these on places like Amazon. It's a sad reality for all shooter games. People are just pathetic and are always looking for the easy way out instead of actually putting time in to get good. I honestly didn't think it was this bad until I was doing this research. And in researching,
I didn't think it was that bad either.
I was showing proof.
I mean, I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad, but I knew it probably got worse, but that's bad, bro. That's bad, bro.
A #1 Apex Predator that uses this device. And these guys will blatantly deny using it to their grave. So now we're coming full circle and returning to the clip I showed you guys at the very start of the video. Using your newfound knowledge, can you guys tell me below what cheat this guy's using and what device? For those that are still unsure, you can see the second he aims down sights, his reticle starts bobbing before he actually shoots. Anyway, that is all for today. I now have a fitness channel if you want to check it out, completely separate from all my gaming stuff. And if you like this video, it would be appreciated if you could hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.
This year we're seeing the fastest cohort.
That shit is insane.